Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a little bit more gardening. So I've got all of my little starts. I have up potted a bunch of my little seedlings that I had in the 1-inch little plug trays. I have a few more and I've got some cleanup to do in this area. So we are going to work on that today as well as a couple of other things. Guys, welcome back to Harvest Moon Farm. If this is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Mickey. My husband and I have lived at this property for just over 2 years. We moved from a small little place in the city, less than a half an acre. We moved here at the end of 2021. We have 15 acres, and since we moved in, our youngest has flown the coop, so she's off living on her own. And so it's just the two of us. And so we spend a lot of time working on the property to develop the homestead into the way that we want it to be. So we've got chickens, we've got ducks, we have a couple of goats, we have one turkey. He's the only one that survived all of the ones I tried to raise last year. So hopefully he will have some friends this coming year. But welcome, and if this is not your first time here, welcome back. I very much appreciate you watching. So, as I said, today we're going to do some more up potting and some more seed starting. So I've been using Vermont compost to start off my seeds, and I had 2 bags, and with everything that I did yesterday, I am down to just a little bit left. So I had some here that was just, it was wet, so I was kind of letting it dry out a little bit. And then I don't have much. I do have some potting mix, seed starting mix that I bought from, I don't know, Home Depot, Walmart, I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and mix all that together for today. I do have more Vermont compost ordered, but it's going to be a couple of weeks before it gets here. So it's kind of hard to see with that window right there, but let me see if I can kind of show you what I've been doing. So I had a lot, I don't know how well you can see that. Let me see if I can move this light. So, nope, that doesn't help. So that little tray on the far left is a 36 cell seed starting tray. They're little 1-inch. They're just little 1-inch plugs. And so most of my things I started in there. Bigger things like tomatoes and peppers, I started in these 3-inch pots. So yesterday I spent a lot of time moving things out of the little plug trays, anything that was ready, moving it into the 3-inch pots, into individual 3-inch pots, so that anything that was doubled up was now in it, or tripled in some cases. And then here is some of the additional stuff. So, as I said, I went through one full bag. I think it was a 20 quart bag is what the size that I ordered. And this is all that's left, is this little pile on the ground here on this cardboard. So I'm going to mix this other potting mix. It's an all-purpose, it's for indoor and outdoor use. I'm going to just mix all of this together because some of these things, I do want to get some more tomatoes started. I don't want to wait 2 weeks to get more seeds started. So I'll do the best that I can with this, and we'll see how it does. I should have known 2 bags of the compost was not going to be enough, but silly me, that's all I ordered to start with. So let me see. I think what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and start. I'm gonna start some more tomatoes. Let's see, what do I have here? I also spent a bunch of time yesterday in the garden. If you guys saw that video, let's see, what is this? So I just need to put away some of the things that I had. Of course, I ended up with more seeds. I need to stay away from that end of Walmart or the feed store because I end up grabbing things whenever I go. But these were 20 cents. So I got a bunch of flowers. I got some sunflowers. I got some zinnias. Some forget-me-nots and some cilantro, which I think I have cilantro, but can't have too much cilantro in my opinion. All right. And then I used all of the carrot seeds that I had planting out yesterday. So I am going to do another round of carrots in a couple of weeks, just directly into the garden. Carrots are one of those things that you really don't want to transplant. They don't do very well. Also, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I ordered that second grow station several months ago. I finally put it together yesterday. I acted like it was just going to be so difficult, and it really wasn't. It's one of those things, you know, you just keep procrastinating, and then the task gets bigger and bigger and bigger in your mind, and it really is not that big. Okay, so I did have just a few of these little 3-inch pots left, so I bought a couple more this morning. I did buy some 5-inch pots as well, these little biodegradable pots. I'm hoping that some of my tomatoes get big enough that before they're ready to go out, I can transplant them, or I can up pot them again into these bigger pots. All right, so let me get my seeds where I've got space on my grow station. So I ordered the second one so that I would pot in so in my throat, so that I would have space for everything. But once I up potted all of that stuff yesterday, I have one little space left. And I don't know if I have a tray that size, so I may just have to just set them on the shelf. I'm going to go in the garage and look around and see if I can find something. But for now, we are going to go ahead and, what is this? Beans. Okay. I want to do some more paste tomatoes, some more slicing tomatoes. My carrots, I think, go in the other little photo. So I keep my seeds in these little photo bins. I don't know, I saw somebody do this last year, I think, and it's a great idea. These little packets, or these little photo pockets, really are good for holding most seeds. Obviously the bags like this or the bigger sacks like that don't work, but they're great for just the regular size ones. Okay, so let's see what I've got here. What are these? Beef steak and mortgage lifter. So far, I don't know that any of my mortgage lifters have sprouted, although as I'm saying that, I can see one thing on this end, and I don't know what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and do some more mortgage lifters. And we're just going to base how many we do of everything on how much starting mix we have here. And this is not going to be the same as using all compost, which makes me sad, but it is what it is. Now, one thing I am very proud of myself for is I tend to be really great at taking good notes when I start my first set of seeds, and I have all these great intentions of being really good about record keeping, and guess what? It doesn't work. Well, I shouldn't say it doesn't work. I don't do it. This year, though, I started a notebook that's just gardening, and so far I have marked everything that I've started, you know, which day I started it, how many of each variety, what size pots I'm using. I have also, I marked everything that I up-potted yesterday and everything that I put in the garden so that I can try to keep track of what varieties I've got planted where, so I can have a better idea of which ones I really prefer. Some things I know that I like the beefsteak tomatoes, I like those. San Marzanos, I know I like those. Romas. But other things, I'm just trying different varieties to see what's going to give me the best results, or what I just prefer. So I've got a bunch of these little colored markers here. So what I started doing is, on one side I write what it is: tomato, broccoli, pepper, whatever, and then on the back I write the variety. I was trying to write it on the front, but I can't write that small, so at least not, and have it be legible. So today is the 20th. Oh my gosh, tomorrow's the first day of spring. I'm so excited. Alright, so there I've got tomato on one side with the date that I'm starting these, and then the variety Mortgage Lifter on the back side. My legs will go to sleep if I stay sitting with them crossed, so I've got to alternate stretching them out. Alright, so I've got all these ready, and what I do, or what I try to do anyway, is put 2 seeds in each pot, and then hopefully at least one will come, hopefully at least one will come up, and if more than one sprouts, then, if more than one germinates and they both thrive, then I can separate those into their own little pots as they get a little bigger. Okay, so, alright, I'm gonna go see if I can find a tray to set these in, because my other trays are the long ones and they won't all fit in the space that I have. Alright, let me go see what I can find. I did not find anything else, so I'm going to use one of these trays, and I'll try and put everything to one side, and I may just have to adjust some things to give them the best fit. The size that really works is the bottom tray that goes to those little 36 cell 1-inch pots, or 1-inch little starting things. And I thought I had 6 of them, but I must only have 4, because I'm using 3 of the bottoms right now, and one of them, 1, 2, 3. Well, I must have 5, because 2 of them still have sprouts in them. Okay, so next I'm going to do some more paste tomatoes, and let's see, I'm going to do the San Marzanos. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time saying that today. What else do I have? Easy sauce, easy sauce. So let's do 6 of those as well. Maybe. There we go. Alrighty. So same thing, I'm just going to fill them up with this mixture of compost and potting mix. And then I'll make my little tags for them, and then we'll get the seeds in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I don't know why I was so concerned about space under the grow lights right this minute, because these are going to go on a heating mat until everything is, or until they've started sprouting. All right, San Marzano. Uh-oh. I dropped a couple seeds on my carpet. Alrighty, whoops. And again, my goal is 2 in each pot. Sometimes you get, 6. These seeds are tiny, but they're not as tiny as like a lettuce seed or something like that. So I've got all these flowers. Let's see when these are. I don't have my glasses, so hopefully I can figure this out. After danger of spring frost. After danger of spring frost. Okay, so these will all just be direct seeded once we have passed our last frost date and we're sure that we're not going to have any more cold weather, any more freezes. Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and put these other 6 pots in here. And then I'm going to give these a good watering, and then we're going to set them on one of the heat mats. Go ahead and set this one here that we just did on this heat mat. I'll do my best to cover it with this plastic, but these bigger pots don't work very well with all of these tags sticking up. But I can certainly, oh, splash water in my face. Give it a try. There we go. So we're gonna let those stay right here on that heat mat, and once they start sprouting, then I will find a place on my grow station. I'm going to go ahead and put my seed trays, or my seed boxes, back over here. So I did buy another light timer. The station that I've had since last year has a timer on it, and I didn't have another one when I set this one up yesterday. So I bought one today. I'm going to go ahead and get that set up so that it's not running full time. And then I'm going to finish cleaning up my mess down here. I'm going to put that leftover potting mix and compost in this other bag, and we'll seal it up. And then I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to update my notebook with what I just did today so that I don't forget. All right, so I've got my notebook here, and I'm just going to add to it what we just started. So, seeds started. 320. So I'm just writing down what I started. So the tomato, the mortgage lifter, and then I did 6 3-inch pots. Just so I know later on or next year what I did, so that these, hopefully, I can repeat any successes that I have. The other was San Marzano, and same thing, 6 3-inch pots. Great. The next thing that I'm going to do today in terms of gardening is I have 2 Greenstalk planters from last year. I'm going to dump that soil and I'm going to fill it up with fresh potting mix, and I have some strawberries that came when I got my onions and my potatoes, and so I'm going to go ahead and start some strawberries in one of my planters. All right, so I'm finally getting to the Greenstalk and my strawberries. We ended up with a few cold days, and so I didn't bother with them. I didn't want it to be too cold, and I realized I needed to dump those and then clean them out. So I'm starting with one of my new ones. All right, I almost forgot. I bought some spinny wheeled bases for these. I'm gonna go ahead and put the wheels on. If you have Greenstalk and you don't have these bases, these are fabulous. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and fill these up and plant the strawberries and then stack them. I think that might be easier. I hope. Here, you know what? Let me put it in here and then you guys can break it up for me, okay? I'm going to put the clumps in. You guys get over there and break it up. Okay? Just reach in there with your hands. No, listen. Reach in there with your hands. Sis, get on one side. Walk around. Walk around. Walk around. Over here. Walk around. There you go. Right there. Okay, I'm just going to put some more in. Okay, back up so you... Guys.
Are you filling that up?
Huh?
Are you filling that up to the very top?
Yeah, what is all this? What is all this? What the heck is this?
What is that?
Don't worry about what's already in there, honey. Okay, you know what? Here, let's do it like this.
Okay, what? I'm helping you. Okay, right, that's enough.
This one's actually not full enough, but I have some piles of leftover compost by the edge of the garden that we can wheelbarrow over and fill these up. But I'm going to go ahead and start with this bottom one, and we'll start planting our strawberries.
Can I do that one?
Let me see. So I have 2 packages each of 10 Gurney Whoppers. So we're going to go and plant those first. Wait a minute. right, silly me. I forgot to put the little water pots in, so I have to take it all apart. Darn it. Alrighty. So now we are just going to fill this up. If you guys don't know how these work, the water just runs through and it waters every level from the top. Because these are brand new plants, we are going to go ahead and water them from the top as well. Then we're going to get rid of all this dirt that I've got all over the deck. As soon as we're done here, we can go look at the goats, okay? Alrighty. We've got our strawberries in. We do have some left. They might just go... I might use those to fill in empty spots in my strawberry bed, my in-ground strawberry bed. All right, sometimes there's such a thing as too much help. But they want to learn, they want to help, that's good. Okay, so we got some more spring planting done. We got our strawberries finally in our Greenstalk. So I have 2 that are empty. I have one more brand new one, I think it's another blue one. So I need to get more potting mix to go in these, and then when the weather warms up, then we'll be putting flowers and herbs and that sort of thing in those. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next video. Today, the day that this video is going to post, will actually be Easter, so happy Easter. I hope that you enjoy a fabulous day with your family. Thanks guys. See ya.